Well, we're too close.
Oh, we are?
I don't know. Things are a little off today, right?
They are.
Well, we're just trying to survive the week.
I know.
I think yesterday threw everybody.
Yes, we had horrible storms. Through me.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to cancel appointments and reschedule people. We had no electricity. We had a water leak.
It really turns into a whole disaster.
Whole
it's
thing.
a ripple effect. Hi, Holly.
And then I couldn't get out of my garage because the gate wouldn't.
The gate doesn't want to cooperate.
So
she was locked in. So her car is stuck at her house.
Right. So I had to have my friend come pick me up so that I was going to the doctor with her, and then I had to Uber home last night.
Yeah, and then
I
she
had to Uber here this morning.
Yeah, Uber. Hi, everybody.
It spoils you, though.
What?
It kind of spoils you.
Uber. I know. I just, yeah. It's not
Hi,
something,
everybody.
I don't think it's something that's good to get addicted to. Living where we live, like if we lived in New York or some other cities, like
it makes a lot of sense not to have a car and just Uber. Yeah.
But here it doesn't. You need a car. So
I know. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tanya.
How is everybody?
Yeah. How's everybody feeling about spring coming? Although it's a little cooler here, but
I mean,
it's not cold.
I love that spring is coming because I just do better in warmer weather, just all the way around.
Well, I think any change of season for me is just kind of exciting.
Well, yeah, because we get tired of whatever's happening around here. We always need something new.
We need something else, some other project we can work on.
We do, because then I think we also change our hairstyles and like how that, I need to mess with this a little bit more. See, I need to change this hairstyle.
Yeah.
But we just change our hairstyle up with the weather, and I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to spring.
I am too.
Spring styles and whatever's going to come out, so I'm excited about it.
They're about to roll out.
Oh, they are. And I'm excited for them. I'm excited for some new fibers, so that's a hint. Just to get my hands on it, see what it does.
Got some exciting stuff going on.
Yeah.
Really, really exciting. So, anyway, other than that, we've just been wigging away.
We're wigging away, trying to survive.
Hi, Lynn.
So, let's see here. What are we wearing today? I feel like we need to start with that. We've just been rambling on about stuff.
I've on Flirt by Wille. I don't think I've had one of these before. I think I've always wanted one.
Oh, okay. So then you got one today. That's how it works.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Okay. I've got on Drive.
Well, when I'm left alone in the store, sometimes I just go shopping.
She did. I mean, look, I do feel a little bit guilty about that, but I'm sorry. I mean,
it is.
You survived.
No. Yesterday, when we were closed, I had 4 people going at once, and they were so nice. They offered to help me clean up. They offered to go get me lunch.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I would have been like, yes, you could get me lunch.
And one of them was like, you need to sit down. You've, run around here, and they'd been here over 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
I've seen you do nothing but run around. I'm like, you know what? It's good for me.
Yeah, so Lynn said, how's the weather? My daughter said that there was power outages. Yeah, so it did affect us here at the shop, and we really can't do much of anything if we don't have power at all. Yeah. I mean, we can pretend that we can, but we really can't.
We can't. Carol still doesn't have power. You don't have any hot water.
Oh, yeah, I have no hot water. I mean, that's just the way it goes. It's like, why would we have hot water?
Yeah, I know. You don't need it.
We don't need hot water.
All right, well, let's dig in.
Let's dig in, because what are we even doing today?
Well, what we've been talking about is all the things that we see in the store on a daily basis of, things that people may not be doing exactly right, people that don't take care of their wigs, how you can take better care of your wigs and make sure that you are wearing it straight.
Well, it gets, okay, here's the deal. I think consistently, weekly, daily, we get the same questions over and over and over again, right?
Right.
And so we've talked about this stuff before, but we're just going to talk about it again because I think it's just really important to kind of recap quite a few things, starting with the basics, which is, let's just start with wig wearing.
All right.
The easiest thing.
How to put it on?
How to put it on.
Okay. I will demonstrate.
And I mean, and if you are new to us, you're just joining us, I think this is perfect. This is a perfect one then that you just happened to come across this video.
Yeah. What I like to do is hold my wig out like that. I will flip it around, and I'll put both thumbs on the tag. Not out here, but on the tag. If you hold it on the outside, you run the risk of flipping that up, and you'll have your back flipped up and you might not know it. So if you have your thumbs on the tag, you're literally laying that hairline down.
Yeah.
So then I'll just dig in, stretch all the way down, flip it up, and now I'm going to adjust the hairline, and this is a lace front, so I don't want to manhandle that.
And this is really important because you want to have the same size forehead that you've always had. So we'll talk about that a little bit here in a second too, but you're going to put it up at your hairline, and then you're going to take your ear tabs and you're going to make them even on both sides of your head.
Yeah.
A lot of times people get hung up on, if you are new to wearing wigs, that they have to be at a certain spot, like covering your hair. Well, my wig does not cover my hairline. So I just want to make sure that it's even, my ear tabs are even on both sides, and that's what's really important. And another thing is, spin around to the back, or right here, your wig is always going to ride up to this occipital bone. And that's very important because we'll have people come in here and say, my wig rides up. Well, okay. Is it riding up to this spot? And they'll say yes. I'm like, that's where it's supposed to sit. And that's really important. And not everybody has that really good ridge, but that's where your wig's going to sit. And so I always like to point that out to people because sometimes they say, my wig does not fit. And so that's our next little thing that we're going to talk about is, does your cap actually fit your head?
Right.
So
You want to be able to get a finger or two through the cap in the crown, and that's normal. If it fits tight here, it tends to pull up. So you always want to have a little room in the crown. Now there's some that you get to the point there's too much room.
Yeah.
But just if you can get 2 fingers up there, you're good.
You're good. Obviously, this does not apply to custom fit wigs. So if you had a custom fit wig made for you, that is different. We're just talking about these manufactured wigs that are either 100% hand tied or they've got wefts. Then, that's how you're going to figure out if it's the right fit for you.
Your hand tied wigs are going to fit closer because that mesh is made to compress to your head. So a lot of that just has to go by feel.
Yes, it does. Okay, so up next, this is something that seems simple, but this happens quite a bit.
All right, so the ear tabs have metal in them. They're like collar stays, but on your ears, and they will kick out.
Yes.
And when that happens,
that's what you get.
That's what happens.
And if you have a shorter style, it's even more obvious. And so we will have people come in and they'll say, why is my wig doing this?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, girl, it's just your ear tabs. All you have to do is just press them back down. You want them straight up and down. We will tell people if you wear glasses and it comes down a little bit lower, sometimes we'll say just curve it just a little bit, kind of like a gentle C. But you're never going to want them bent out, or else you're going to have a totally different look with your wig.
And it will not look natural.
No.
Because at that point, you can see your hairline.
Yes. Okay. So, this is every day. Every day. Not even kidding. This happens. Wig wearing too low or incorrectly on the hairline.
We see people come in like this, and they say, well, I don't want it to fall off. Well, that's what a wig grip is for. But it really closes you in.
And we don't want to do that.
You want to wear it at your hairline.
Yeah. Or the trick is 4 fingers. So if you have 4 finger step, you're good. I have a little bit of a larger forehead, so I can pull mine down just a little bit. But if I pull it down too much, I'm really closing in myself, and I don't actually think I could get mine down that low because I have a bigger head. But it's really important. We want to see your lovely face, and then also that creates kind of face flopping, where you're going to have your hair just really flopping in your face. So Annie's saying she has a 5 head. Okay, a 5 finger. Guess what? I mean, that's fine too. It's just you don't want to really close yourself in, because when you do that, you're really giving yourself a short hairline, and it's creating a whole different look. And we really want to look natural, so that's important.
Hi, Renee.
I'm so glad you joined us.
I am.
Okay, so up next, this is tricky. So you want to give this a shot here about the lace not laying down?
Okay, so people think if the lace doesn't lay down, the wig is defective. That is not true. What the manufacturers are trying to do is they're trying to estimate the curvature that most people's forehead has. For example, Grace that works with us, she is so narrow here.
Yeah.
We had a hard time finding a wig that would lay down, that fit. We finally found one, so that's great. But that...
and she has a petite head, so I also want to put that in. There's a couple different factors here. She has a petite head, and she's narrow up here. So it doesn't want to lay down the way it would on, say, like me or you.
So there's remedies for that. Well, number one, if you can try the wig on in a store first, and when you're buying a lace front, always check. Make sure that lace is laying nice and flat against your forehead. If it's not, then you either need to glue it down or just pick a different style.
Yeah. I do remember we had a client not that long ago who she was upset. And I get it. She said, I didn't realize that it was, gapping this much on the sides. And she was an arrow, and so she really just thought that the brand that she got, I'm just going to say it was Henry Margout, was defective. And the wig was not defective at all. And so once we explained it to her, she's like, oh man, you're right. Because once she started trying some other stuff on, she realized, hey, you know what? This brand is not for me. And so she really does have to pay attention what's going to fit her the best. So that's something to look out for.
Well,
also, I want to talk about lace rolling, because a lot of times what's happening when lace is rolling is people are coming in from behind and putting their wig on, and then it rolls. And so when that happens, that doesn't look natural either. And then they come in, they're like, my lace is bent and I don't know why. Well, I know why. Because it's how you're putting it on.
Right.
So, that. Which brings us to... Dun, 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 dun.
Torn lace.
This is so sad.
How does that happen?
Well, this particular one, if you see how it kind of looks like a triangle, it's because somebody sat here and just picked at one area to move their lace down. That is a big no-no. So...
once it frays like that, there's really no fixing it.
There's not. I mean, we can put some... I'm going to say goop. It's not goop, but to kind of keep it from fraying. But you really want to not pick at your lace. It's sturdy, but it's very... you have to be very gentle with it.
Yeah,
because it's not going to just tear. But if you sit there with your fingernails and you kind of go like this and you're pulling it down, you don't want to do that. I always, when I'm wearing lace front, I'm moving it like this. I don't know about you, but
I usually just go in and grab.
Yeah,
and
we're
do that.
grabbing it like this because you don't want to do anything like this. Ooh, someone wants to know a question. In the car with long wig, and is it better to put it up in a clip or let loose down? Clip.
Either that or just...
Okay, I said clip because I'm instantly envisioning you in a convertible. I don't know why I went there.
Yeah, convertible, definite clip.
Yeah, but if you're just in the car and it's long, you're going to split it like this and just move it to the side. That's all you got to do. You don't have to put it up in a clip because sometimes people are twisting too much in a clip, and that's creating a whole nother situation. So you're better off just splitting it and moving it like this so it's not rubbing up against the car seat. So,
yes.
Yeah. Be careful with your lace, y'all.
It's an expensive oopsie.
Oh my gosh, and people are so upset. And then when you start talking to them about it, and you're like, yeah, I know it's from this, and they're like, I do that all the time.
It's all the time. We told you not to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just out of habit. I do a lot of things out of habit. I don't know about you, and so you really just have to kind of break that habit. If you're constantly checking your lace, just don't touch it.
Because it's the first reaction for a new wig wearer is to grab here. Mm-hmm. And that's, with lace, you just don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that. And sometimes if you tug too much, you can actually tear it out of the sides. Yeah. So we've had that happen before. Okay, up next, this one.
I have the greatest stylist in the world. I'm going to take my wig to her.
And you probably do have the greatest stylist in the world. And the only time I'm going to recommend that you take it to her is if she has actually worked on wigs a lot. Carol, who works here, she's worked on, wigs forever. All the years. Marsha and I, we've worked on wigs for close to 16 years now. So with that being said, we have a really good idea of what they do and don't do. It is completely different cutting a wig than it is cutting human hair that's attached to a head. We've had a lady come in recently who had her hairstyles cut and she's just like, I shouldn't have done that because it's not the same. And they mean well, and you might have the best hairstylist in the world, But I'm going to tell you, you really need to take it to a wig stylist, period. So it doesn't have to be us. It can be any wig stylist, right? I mean, there's...
Or talk to your stylist and say, hey, are you familiar with synthetic wigs? Have you cut synthetic wigs? Because there are stylists out there that are great at it.
Oh, fabulous.
But you need to ask the questions to make sure that they don't do something to your wig to ruin it, because it can be an expensive thing to do.
It really is. Annie just chimed in. She said that she split the lace before in her wig, and it is really sad. It is like the saddest thing. And I do tell people, when you do split the lace, you can still kind of wear it if you can disguise it. Let that be your backup wig, but it's not going to be your good wig anymore. Okay, so up next, we've got this one. This topic always hits hard, and everybody thinks that we're just trying to upsell, like just sell them synthetic because that's what we carry, and that's actually not the case.
You know, it's kind of like heat-friendly fiber versus regular fiber. One's not better than the other. They're just different. Human hair is not better. It's just different. So what we see our job is to make sure we match up whatever that customer's goals are with what wig they buy.
Exactly.
And for some people, you know, when we get girls in here and they're 13 years old and they've got alopecia, if the parents have the financial means to get them human hair, we'll usually recommend it. Little girls like to do their hair. They like to style their hair. I'm over that, and so I want a synthetic wig that...
I'll tell you that I had a client in about a year ago. She had a larger head. I was like, you're going to need a large cap. And she had long hair, beautiful dark hair. She had breast cancer. She was going to be losing her hair. And I said, look, I would love to get you in something and help you out here, but I'm going to tell you your money is going to be best spent getting a human hair wig. Because once we talked about all of her needs and what it is that she wanted, I was like, oh, I can't put you in something. So we are very realistic here at Mimi's. We will put you in what is best once we do a consultation, but human hair isn't always best, and that's what's key, and you kind of need to know that. You need to know what you're looking for, what you're willing to put into it, money-wise. Quality is key when human hair. I mean, Kim can talk about that. It's a big deal.
Yeah, we see a lot of human hair wigs. We have people that don't want to spend money on human hair anymore, and then they'll show up here. And if you get a low-grade human hair wig, I'm telling you, the first time you wash it, it is done for. And unless you know exactly what you're doing, how to recondition it, it's a hot mess.
It is a hot mess express. And quality is key. So I always tell people, I mean, you're kind of looking at $3,000 to $6,000. If you find a human hair wig and it's $300,
it's not human hair.
It's not human hair. Save your money. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, because sometimes they'll put on the packaging real hair, while it could be yak hair.
Yeah.
So you want it to say 100% Remy, human hair, all the words.
I mean, look, there's a place for human hair. I love a lot of human hair wigs, but they're not for everybody.
No, I have 3. I don't wear it ever. They act just like my hair. I can curl it, make it look good, and then by the end of the day, it's a stringy mess just like my own hair.
Yeah, so she's like, I'm all about synthetics. I was telling Kim right before we hopped in here, I feel like anything that's hitting me here, I'm like, great with synthetic, and if I needed to, one day I might get a human hair wig, but I don't know.
But you do have the hoopah hair that we sell,
and I love it.
That's human hair.
I love it. I mean, I have the hoopah hair, so there's a place for everything, but you really need to think about your needs and what you want, especially if you're a first-time wig wearer, and what you're kind of, searching for, so that way you can tell us or whoever you're working with so they can figure it out for you. Okay.
Someone wants to know how far in the future we're booking appointments. Depends on the week, but I mean, if you really want a particular time, call at least a week to 10 days in advance.
If you're traveling from Maine, though, I'm going to say
call us ahead.
Give us like 6 to 8 weeks, because then that way we can make sure we are definitely getting you in on the day.
If there's anything that you want to see, that gives us time to have it brought in, so that if there's particular styles and colors you want to see and we don't have them, then
we can make sure that we have that stuff in stock. All right.
Sorry.
Now, this is really key, this next topic.
It's an investment. I mean, and the thing is, the prices this year are now taking another jump, and
they are.
So it is a true investment, and you've got to make sure you educate yourself and get the products.
Get the products. We had a woman in not that long ago. She got a topper, a beautiful topper. It looked so good on her. And I was telling her, I'm like, hey, for this particular one, to get, any of the fringe out, any of that, you're going to get a blow dryer. And I'm explaining this to her, and I pulled out the one. I said, this is the one I recommend. She's like, I've got a blow dryer. And I was like, you can use that. I said, here's the deal. This is an investment. I mean, that piece was
We don't sell that blow dryer. Yeah. It's just, this is the best blow dryer.
This is the best blow dryer for heat-friendly fibers. It really is. And the thing is, you are now protecting this investment. And with products, so whether it's your Protect, I use this all the time, your shampoo, conditioner, we've got a great kit like this. That's if you just want to sample stuff. So this is how much, $22 or something like that?
Somewhere around there.
Here's the deal. You want to get the products. It's so important. You don't want to spend $500-$600 on your wig, even the $200 ones, okay? And then you're like, I'm just going to go home and use some, regular human hair shampoo on it.
And then human hair shampoo has conditioners in it. Even though we put conditioner on our hair, there's conditioners in human hair shampoo, and it'll coat your wig and it'll make it look dull.
Mm-hmm. You know what I did not put up here?
Huh.
We did not even talk about heat damage. And I had a really fiery slide with fire. And I must not have loaded it. But I need to circle back to that. So I don't know if I just skipped it or if I forgot to load it. But heat damage, be very careful of heat, because the first thing people want to do is come in and cut it.
Or they cut it and then come in.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh my gosh, and it makes a worse disaster. So that's still part of protecting your investment. If for some reason you have a heat incident with your wig, please call us first.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to help you protect that investment. We've got all the stuff here. We've got wig grips to help you keep it on. Your wig's not going anywhere if you wear one of these.
Nope, I can.
I've worn my wig on the back of a jet ski going 60 miles an hour, and it did not come off.
Did you post that video?
A long time ago. I think we need to repost it, or just do another one.
It's so cute, because at the very end, she pulls her wig up so you can see that it's a wig.
Mm-hmm. So I've worn it on the back of our boat. So if you're in a convertible, it's not going to come off. It's just not.
Yeah.
Because if I can do it on a jet ski in a boat, it's not coming off. I've even I've flown into the water before and it still stayed on my head. Now, I don't know necessarily impact. I don't know how fast we were going. We were not going 65 when I hit the water at that time. But I didn't lose my wig is the point.
Right.
So that's all important.
Yes.
Anywho, you know what time it is?
It's time for Marsha.
It's Marsha's time, you guys. I'm going to grab her. No, we want Marsha to come in. They're asking for you. Oh, they are.
Everybody loves Marsha.
I know. Only because I'm so cute.
Well, but you're
and
sweet.
the sweetest.
She's the sweetest one that works here.
The sweetest one that works here. Yeah, that's right. That's what I say. You know what time it is?
Yeah. What time?
It's time for the sale of the week.
Oh, let's see what it is.
Oh, tell me, do tell. Oh my goodness, 35% off of everything?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, except for the Envy Air Styler and any of the Mimi's exclusives.
Wow.
But everything else is fair game, and the code is Wiggy35.
That's amazing. Y'all get to shopping. Have a good week. Hopefully, you got your wig grip on so that wind's not blowing your hair off. Because it was crazy, wasn't it?
70 miles an hour wind.
It was crazy.